Hi everybody, Jillian here to share with you my December daily pages, days 10 through 16. So we saw this last week, or last time I shared, and on to day 10. We had a Christmas party at my in-laws' house, and I decided to use the story kit packaging from Ali Edwards because I had taken a lot of photos for this party, and so this is it for day 10 because I was able to include this pocket. So I used the garland from the Pam Garrison kit, and I copied what Paige Evans had done and just did my journaling along the top of the garland. I used this rubber piece from the Paisley Press kit, and then added a phrase sticker from the phrase stickers that Ali sold in her fall release in her shop, and it just says "Celebrate Today." And then I went ahead and used some of the sequins that I had left over from last year's main kit. I'm pretty much done with these, but I wanted to put something on here to make it a little more festive. In my in-laws' house, the lighting is notoriously terrible, so I often turn photos at their place black and white, and so I did that. On this side, I used one of these metal rimmed tags and just used some thickers from crepe paper to note that it's day 10. And then I love to include jingle bells in my album, so I went ahead and tied them onto the string that's on the tag. On the reverse, I just stamped a star here in case it gets flipped over. And then this opens up. I'm not going to open it, but there's a bunch of pictures in there. And then to adhere this or attach this, I just took the metallic string that I used and wrapped it around the bottom loop here before I looped this string that holds the bag shut. When I had posted my foundation pages, I mentioned that I had this in here and was kind of bummed that I had like punched holes in the flap and now I didn't know how to get it open. And then a couple of very smart people shared in the comments that all I had to do was cut slits into the top here, and then I could easily lift it up without having to open the hole. So thank you, ladies, to you who shared that with me. That was a great idea. So inside there are just photos, and then it does make the page ahead of it not lay flat. So it's this big bulky piece in the middle of the album, but it's a very big, wide, forgiving album, so it doesn't bother me. And then on to day 11, I knew that I wanted to have a photo from day 11 facing through the back of the bag, so that's what I did. We were at church and took a bunch of pictures in front of the Christmas tree that they have every year, so I just put an Avery, actually this is an Office Depot brand tab on the end here. And then I took one of the cards from the Paisley Press mini kit, used some of the washi that came with the kit to just kind of dress the card up a little bit, and then this chipboard stars from an old Studio Calico kit. Here I just had more pictures that I wanted to include, hence the little insert here. I have a flip up, and then here's my journaling for day 11, and just some more pictures. So we had our Christmas cantata. I was the photographer for that, and so I was sure to include some of those pictures in the album. And then on this photo, I embossed with gold glitter a stamp that says "Joy to the World," and that's from the Illustrated Faith 'Tis the Season devotional. I used the Canon Selfie to print my pictures, and I don't love it because when you stamp on it, the stamp slides around because the paper is so slick. So I'm secretly hoping that it will just die one day and I can buy a new printer, but I was pretty easily able to emboss on here. So for day 12, I decided to use this card from the Messy box from A Beautiful Mess. This was last year's December kit. I used Tiny Attacher to get this transparent piece from Paisley Press down, just used some thickers and some old gold enamel dots from Jasmine Jones' kit last year to kind of dress this up. We went to a Christmas party at our church for their board members, and it ended up being a date night. So I took these Kelly Perky Alpha stickers. I'm not sure what font they are. It might be Shoreditch, and then I embossed it with white embossing powder. My favorite is the Zing from American Crafts, which you can get at Hobby Lobby if you have one by you. I just embossed that on there, put a star up top, and then created another flip-up pocket to hold this picture of the two of us. We had a beach theme at this party, and so that's what that is about. And then day 13, this is one of my favorites. So if you watched my foundation pages video, I had a couple pages that had this red pom-pom. And when I was completing this spread, I was kind of bummed that it was already day 13 and I hadn't included the pom-pom anywhere. I kept moving it back in the album. So on day 13, I made Christmas cards to go ahead and send to our nieces and nephews, and then I included here the photo of our son from last year. And in Photoshop, we just added here a little note that says, "I ate the Christmas budget, sorry." And so I wanted to include that that's what we sent in the Christmas cards. On the back, I just copied the caption. I shared this photo on Instagram and copied the caption from Instagram and wrote it on the back. This stamp says Insta This, and I gold embossed it. I think it's from the Click Story stamp. And then to get this page in here, what I did was I took a 2 4x6 pocket, and then I fused this side shut and then attached the pom-pom trim with red line tape. So this actually came from a 2 4x6 pocket. And then I keep the scraps of all of those because I'll show you in a minute what I use those for. So is one of my favorites. I used an app on my phone to just put this Christmas cards over the top of the photo, and then this piece of pattern paper from an American Crafts 6x6 paper pad. I loved it. I love this whimsical element in the album. This stamp is from a Kelly Purkey Christmas stamp. I think it's from 2014, and then I just used some things from my stash to dress it up a bit. On day 14, real life happened. We took our family photos for our Christmas portrait, and I wanted to make them black and white because the area where we were waiting had very yellow lighting, and I couldn't edit it and make it look good. And so that was one reason I did it black and white. And another reason was because we took our photos, but we're not going to get them back for like a week, so I wanted to kind of have it be a surprise. I mean, I knew what we were wearing, but I just wanted to keep it black and white so that when you see it on the 21st, like, you'll get the full effect of the family photos. This is a journaling card from Basic Gray, one of the cut-apart sheets from their Juniper Berry collection. And then I just gold embossed one of the messy circle stamps. This says All the Joy, and then added it to this piece of paper with some foam dots. On day 14, I say real life got in the way. I had added this transparency. It's just a star paper or transparency from an old Studio Calico kit. Put the number 14 on there. And you'll notice that it's very short. This because I forgot to allow for the 1/2 inch or so border that's on most of the page protectors when I punched holes in it. So it's a little bit smaller, and I don't love it, but I wanted to use it. So on the 14th, this was the thing that we had done in the morning, and then I wanted to include behind this transparency something else that I had planned to do, but I ended up having a headache for about 40 hours this week, and wasn't feeling good enough to go out and do the second thing we had planned for the day. So I just grabbed this coloring page that my son had done in Sunday school and decided to cut it down to 6x8 and put it in the album. And so the colors don't match the album at all, but I like including something of his in there. I thought that was really sweet. On day 15, I did kind of an around here spread, and originally I only had this piece of pattern paper from my mind's eye and then number 15. And then I looked through Pinterest. I have a December daily board and was like, is there any technique or anything that I've pinned that I haven't done in the album yet? And I saw a page they had pinned from Mel Blackburn, and she had a full 6x8 page and had some layered, the number and a tag and another little element down here. So I decided to go ahead and pick this up and then do that on this page. And then I have just a 2x2 page protector here. I cut off 1/3 of the squares just to make it a little smaller, and took some pictures of decorations around our house and then journaled it over here. I used another one of these Office Depot tags just to indicate that it is a kind of like an insert, not a full page. And then on the back, I had this in my foundation pages. These are some of my favorite patterned papers that I used. So one from the Pam Garrison kit, Old Studio Calico, and then these are from an American Crafts paper pad. I used the Joy rubber embellishment here from the Paisley Press kit, and then I had a problem putting it into the pocket backwards. This part just really wanted to stick. So what I ended up doing was taking that page protector that I had cut apart, and I adhered with red line tape, you can kind of see it, adhered it onto a scrap of just the plastic from the page protector, and that made it much easier to go ahead and put in the pocket. So if you are cutting your page protectors apart, I recommend keeping the scraps because you might be able to use them. And then for day 16, I again used those same crepe paper thickers, and I used this large tag. Allie had used this in her album last year, so I wanted to be sure to kind of include this element in here this year. And I wrote out a Christmas list from my son's perspective. Now he's 2 and can't communicate what he wants for Christmas. He doesn't understand the concept. So I did this last year and I really liked it. And I think it's something that I want to keep doing. So I just wrote down things that I knew he would want as if I was writing from his perspective. So he's obsessed with fresha fruit, he calls it. He always asks for these 3 fruits in that order: cantaloupe, watermelon, pineapple. He's obsessed with the trash, and he wants to go take the trash to the curb every single day, all 3 trash cans, and we constantly have to explain to him, no, today it's not recycling, it's only regular trash, whatever. He loves anything with wheels, he loves ice, and he loves reading all the books. Like, he'll bring over a stack of 7 or 8 books at a time for us to read with him. So just a fun little like wish list from his perspective, and it's fun to see from last year what he was into as compared to this year. So I used these stickers from the Jasmine Jones mini kit last year. I gold embossed this word Christmas from the stamp set that came with the Storytelling with December Daily class, and then this wish list stamp is also from Allie Edwards from this stamp set. So that's it. That's days 10 through 16. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more December daily inspiration. I will be sharing the rest of my album as I complete it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will see you next week. Bye.